Thank you so much for joining on our third episode of ExCo Lounge podcast. I'm so lucky today that, Herschel and I are so lucky today that we have Faith Winters Johnson. Faith is an amazing person. I met her back in 2019, and wherever Faith goes, people just love her, and it's her personality because she's really amazing. I'm going to give the first questionnaire over to my husband, Herschel.
Hello.
And you can start asking the beautiful Faith some questions so we can get to know her. Thank you.
Okay. So I have a few questions here on my cell phone. And one of the first questions I want to ask is, why did you decide to become a hairdresser?
I was inspired by my aunt who owns a salon in New Jersey because school was not for me at all.
So it was your aunt that inspired you to be a hairdresser. So you would go into her salon and see her do her thing, and that inspired you to become a hairdresser.
Yep, the fashion of it too.
Did you get to do anything while you were there at your?
Yes, I worked there my sophomore and junior year of high school.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I was like the receptionist and I swept the hair and all that.
Yep.
It was fun.
Okay.
Learned a lot with the front desk and everything too.
Yeah, like the business side of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Loved every second of it.
That's awesome.
Okay, so my next question is, where did you go to beauty school? And obviously you did it like 8-9 years ago, so that's the when.
I went in 2014, graduated in 2015. I went to Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that in Allentown?
That's in, Allen. Or Whitehall?
I don't know why I thought you went to Metro.
No, I tell everyone to go to Metro.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Metro Empire
Competition.
competition. Which one's better? Metro Empire. Metro's over here, right? Metro's in this area over here.
Yeah, it
Empire's
is.
more in the city.
Whitehall, Allentown,
Whitehall?
I think.
Yeah, across from Lehigh Valley Mall.
MacArthur
I
Road.
think Metro is better. They're up to date with the trends
Okay.
and the new stuff. I struggled at Empire because I owned a salon and I worked there, so I knew all these easier ways to do these techniques, and they would just teach us the longest, hardest way. But you have to, so I understand that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this question's not on there, and it's not a throw, but we were actually talking about this before we started. You obviously, when you graduated Empire, right, you were manifesting while you were at Empire of where you would like to work at, and could you kind of dive into that?
Yeah, we did salon tours from Empire, and we toured American Hairlines, and I loved it right then and there. And before I graduated, I told every single one of my students that graduated with me that I was going to work there.
Yeah. So what was it like? What was it about American Hairlines?
The space, how big
space.
it was, how beautiful, how nice it was. It was in the middle of Bethlehem. I love
It was
Bethlehem.
double the size.
Double, triple.
No, it was triple the size.
There was a gym.
You mentioned something about that too, like the
Like
way
a
the
spa.
layout or something.
Yeah, it was huge. Biddy and bows, it was like the whole.
And you like that too, right?
Of course.
You don't mind me asking, I don't want to take it off of her, but
No.
how did you
No, of course.
How did you get there?
No, the aesthetics of the salon was
The
one
aesthetics,
of
that's what you said.
was the
lighting.
main reason why I wanted to work there was the
Me too.
aesthetics.
So is that like the premier place in Lehigh Valley?
Yes. That
But
was
they
the
did
spot.
downsize though, right? Because back in the day they were like the thing, but over the years they started like downsizing, right?
Yes. I think it was something with their lease they had to. St. Luke's took over half the building.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What's your favorite part of your career?
Making girls feel good about themselves.
Any guys?
No, I don't do any guys.
Okay.
I don't like men's
Why?
hair.
The hair, like
Yeah.
I think you said that too before, like you just like the little bits of hair or whatever.
I just don't
Yeah,
want to
the
do it.
day I graduated beauty school, I threw out my buzzers. I was like, nope.
So
bye.
have you done you were doing guys' hair at Empire, right?
Yes, I did like 2 men's haircuts, and I was honestly just too scared. I didn't feel confident, so why do something that you're not confident in?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like it at all.
Oh, that's cool.
Freaked me out.
That's cool. So your favorite part of your career was when the women sitting in your chair, right?
Yep,
And the confidence that you brought onto them, right?
yep. and it's like they become family.
So I watch some of your is it TikTok?
I show her your Instagram stuff.
She loves your stuff, by the way. Like
thank
she's
you.
always showing me your stuff.
It's
and
so
she's-
fun to me.
It's just like entertainment. I love watching it.
Yeah.
I love watching
To
it.
be honest, you have
It's
some
fun.
FOMO because like sometimes
Make
they're
them
doing
with
stuff.
us.
Well, you always do it when I'm not
They're
there.
so fun.
Yeah, so
If,
I'm like-
if I have
I'm like,
like a 30-minute break, I'm like,
I'm
Victoria
like, how
P,
does
let's
this
go.
always happen? I'm literally right next to you, and I never see it. Like
when
her
you
doing
work-
back handsprings into your chair. Like, what is
That's what happens when you work with a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
She keeps me young.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's that thing, right, where women sit in your chair and you can see where you're about to make their whole life change because of they come in a certain way, they look a certain way, and then when they leave, their facial expressions, right?
Yep.
Could be from like crying to like just looking at themselves. And I saw the TikTok,
Instagram, babe.
Instagram, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But I saw it where one of was it Victoria
Oh, Victoria's
where she was
client,
messing
she
with
had-
the joke that she did though that Faith did in one of her Instagram things where she was messing with her hair, the extensions.
Oh, yeah.
Extensions, yes.
Like you slapped her. I was looking for you to hold the laugh. I could see you like you laughed when you did that.
I can't help it.
You couldn't help that. It was pretty impressive.
No,
So anyway,
the whole
so
time she was like cracking
to see
up.
your Instagram, where do people go to see your Instagram?
What's your handle?
Your handle.
Winter's Haven.
Winter's Haven on
Yep.
Instagram. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So when you go see it's pretty cool stuff. You want
Check
to
us
see some
out.
pretty funny stuff, check her out. It's
At
pretty hot.
Winter's Haven, it is.
At
It's
Winter's
Like and
amazing.
share.
Yes, like and share. It's amazing.
All right. What can you tell someone newer in the industry or just fresh out of the beauty school? What advice could you give them?
I have two advices. One is to work in a restaurant. I feel like you learn a lot of communication skills and people skills, and that's
Service industry.
essential for the hair world. And two is don't give up, and there's enough clients for everyone.
You say that too. Have you guys been talking?
No.
No.
There's enough
But
scalps
there
for everyone.
is. There's a certain client for every person.
Well, we both worked at a salon, the same salon.
Yeah.
Where there is,
I don't have that weird competition that some stylists have, but I work right next to my sister. My ride or die best friend works at a salon in New Jersey and owns a salon. So I don't have that like weird competition where, so someone comes to me and if they don't like it, I'm like, it's okay, I have someone else for you. Go to this person. So yeah.
Yeah, you do.
So one of the things I'm going to throw out there is just that in getting to know Meredith, like some of the stories that she was telling me, it sound very competitive, right? It sound like, like people would throw their feelings in certain situations without making it almost like I'll help you, you help me, and together we can rise together, help each other raise to our
Yes.
higher selves. But in certain situations, I can find where people have like that jealousy where someone could be advancing quicker in their skill set than someone else, and then that person is a little jealous because now that person is sitting in that person's seat.
Faith
you
never
start getting
involved
more.
herself in that stuff.
Well, I'm not talking about.
But I've seen it.
I'm
Faith
not.
never
I feel
involved
bad.
herself in any of that stuff. She, she's very right in what she's saying. Like, she never felt like she had to compete with anybody. She
Right.
was always really confident in her skill, and if she wasn't, she would send them to somebody else that she felt would.
So the whole point to this this podcast that we're doing is to actually show people that it's not competitive, right? To have people
Yeah.
like you sit in the chair, right? You guys obviously work right next door to each other. You have different businesses. You guys service, different, clients and stuff like that. And like you said, like there's enough scalps for everyone, right?
Right.
So I think it's pretty cool. Like,
Yes.
and
It is cool.
and one of the things I talked to Meredith about was saying something like, make sure like we're giving out the information of that person so that way people can find you. Like it's not just about us,
Yeah.
it's about the people that are sitting in the seat too. To help raise you to your higher self too.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. So non-competitive over here.
Yep.
All right.
You skipped a question.
I did.
Yes.
Did I? Which one did I skip?
Why did you become
Oh,
a
why did you
business
decide to become? Well, so you were working at American Airlines, so obviously you manifested yourself to working there. At a certain point, you had to like have this feeling like I've been doing this for so long now, right? And I probably want to do my own thing. So At what point did you have that would make you, aspire to be, your own owner of a co-owner, owner of your own business?
So to be honest, I had no choice.
Had no choice.
Had no choice. We walked out of our salon, and that next day, I knew I had to open my own.
So we as you and your sister?
Yep, me and my sister. And my biggest regret is not doing it sooner. But I was forced to do it, and I'm glad I did, because everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were forced out.
I was
okay.
forced.
I'm not going to dive into that because, I didn't know she was forced.
If anything, I didn't have enough time to think about it,
Right.
to even do it. I felt very rushed.
Right.
But it was like the best thing that ever happened.
Right.
So it was like a good and a bad thing at the same time.
So why has it been like the best thing? Because you manifested that, and now you're in
Yes.
the situation you're in now.
Maybe I just wish I had more time to think about it. I literally opened it in 2 weeks and had no idea I was opening a business with my sister.
Yeah, like one day she's working
Yep.
at American Airlines doing her thing, and the next day she's like, okay, I'm not working here anymore. Let's start our own business.
Jobless.
So let's switch that up now, because people sit in your chair to be like confident. Did that bring confidence, for you now being a business owner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now I tell everyone, just don't take risks, go for it. And just my biggest regret is not doing it sooner.
Right.
So, yeah, big time.
So for the new stylists that are coming out of the beauty schools, right? And one of your advice was to work in the service industry, which is true, because if you don't know how to serve people, right? Because you're going to have different personalities and all kind of stuff going on. If you don't know how to serve them, it could be overwhelming, right? But in Empire or Metro, they have people coming in, and that happens, right?
Yep. But we're also so young because you're only 18, 19 too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you need people skills for that.
Oh, for sure.
And I hated when clients would come in and be like, how old are you? And I'd be like, 19.
Right.
I would lie. I'd be like, I'm 20, almost 21. But really, I'm just saying it to make myself sound more
So
mature.
they would trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah, take you more seriously.
Yeah. Yep.
So for the newbies, would you say it's a good idea for someone just coming out of Metro or Empire or any type of beauty school to just jump right into owning their own business, or should they go to service industry route or work for, an American Airlines or some type of spa?
I say work at a salon and a second job at a restaurant.
Good
Hustle.
ideas.
Is that what you
hustle.
did?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You worked at
I worked at Blue
Blue.
for 4 years. I would go to beauty school, leave beauty school, go to Blue. And then at American, I worked at American all morning and Blue all night.
Okay.
Yep.
So to you ladies and guys that are in the industry, I'm not in the industry, but one thing that I'm looking at when Meredith shows me things is, what's your work ethic like? How are you working yourself at being better? I see some of you guys out there, females and males, or whatever your nouns are, some of your work's kind of lazy. Some of your stuff is really good. You can tell people with their content that they're putting out there. It's amazing. So I like that. I like seeing people that have a good work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very important.
Well, your work ethic is amazing.
I work a lot.
It's amazing.
Always, since I was 19, I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that it for me?
I think so. Okay. So, all right. Let's go on to tell me what your specialties are.
Blondes,
I figured.
foiling.
Yes.
I could foil with my eyes closed.
Yo, you are so
All day
fast at
long.
foiling. How fast can you get a whole head of foils in? 20 minutes?
Under an hour.
Yeah, so fast.
45 minutes.
So fast.
Full head. I get my full heads out in
Tell
3
me what a
hours.
day of your schedule is.
My 9 a.m. is a full head, my 10's a full head, my 1's a full, 2's full, and then I do a 5 and a 6. Usually full heads of foils.
Yeah.
All foils. Full or partial.
Right.
Foil, 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 foil.
Foil. And you go through so much color.
It's insane. The amount of
Yeah.
liner I go through a week, it's insane.
Yeah. You use all Wella.
Yep,
liner
Wella,
and
go well.
Goldwell. Yeah.
Yep.
So can I jump in real quick? So
Sure.
I want to know something. So how long is it supposed to take? So she said
Everybody
an hour.
has their own.
Yeah, everyone's different.
So let's say a newbie, right?
Well, there's people that have been doing hair for years, like Adrienne Dara. She has her own. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she's a Redken sponsor, and she will say very proudly that she takes about 2.5 hours to do her full apply her color, and she charges hourly, and so it doesn't matter. And she's an educator, and she's been doing hair for a very long time.
She also might not double book either.
She doesn't.
I double book, so I'm like, I get my girls in and out.
Yep.
My clients also don't want to be
She's a
there.
machine. Faith is a machine. I'm not even kidding.
And I think because I hate getting appointments and my nails done and my hair done, I'm like, I need to get you girls out.
Yeah, I got stuff to do.
So my biggest
in and out.
compliment is they're like, wow, that was so fast.
So I was
Right.
just going to say that, like you're saying the educator has someone there for 2.5 hours, but what's the full service? How long
Well,
does the
no,
service
like
take?
no, that's like
Applying.
just for the that's
Just applying.
Just
So
for
it's longer.
applying.
It's longer for that person sitting in chair.
Absolutely.
So,
So it's like all of exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that Faith is able to get like quality work in very, very, very fast.
get
Practice.
them in, get it out.
Practice.
Yep, in and out.
Like that.
I
in and
still
out.
practice with the client coming in. I'm like,
Yeah, you're very fast.
Mm-hmm.
You and both of Victoria's. You both are
Victoria P is funny because she's always trying to like compete with me, but
Yeah.
she tells everyone it helps her.
right.
She'll be like, me and Faith will start at the same time, and I look over and Faith's done, and I'm not even halfway. I'm like, but she's so close.
Yeah.
Is she throwing like little jabs, like, girl,
No.
you better catch up? Like,
I do that to her.
I got you
I'll
on
be
this
like,
one.
I just did 2 full heads, and you're still in your first girl. I do that to her all the time, and she's like, but she's right around the corner.
Uh-oh.
She's a mini me.
How did you get Victoria to work for you?
Oh, I got so lucky.
Oh, and wait, first, didn't you tell her to start
So she was my client
before?
before. She was my
Okay.
client at American Hairlines with her whole family. I love
Okay.
her family.
Right.
Miss them.
Right.
But they
Now
come
they go
all
to
the
her,
time. Yeah.
obviously.
And then she walked out when we all walked out
Okay.
too from the salon, and she worked at another salon
Right.
in Allentown, but that salon closed down.
Oh,
So it was
I didn't know that
perfect
it-
timing.
I didn't.
So she was jobless for like a month
Okay.
when we were switching suites. So I was
Okay.
like, it's 3 chairs. If
You
you want
gotta
to, you
work?
can come with us.
Yeah.
And she would come assist me in the old suite, and she always said she learned from me, and I always
Right.
teach her.
Right.
I swear she's a mini me. Like,
Yeah.
she learns by doing it.
Right.
And she's a girl, and she was a cheerleader, so she has a lot of friends and knows a lot of people.
Right.
So she's very busy because of that. So
Right.
I think her skill level is more advanced because she gets a lot of practice
Yeah,
already
I
at
was
22.
I was just telling Herschel that she is like just considering that she like graduated not too
I
long ago.
wish
She is
I was
so
making
good.
what she was making at 22 years old.
She's making bank.
It's insane.
I know.
I did not make that when I was at American at 22.
Right.
I'm like,
She's doing good.
yeah,
She's got a good leader.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. How do you take time for yourself? Being a leader and, a sister, a husband. I mean, a wife, I'm sorry, to your
Oh, she's a
husband.
husband?
I smoke pot.
Yeah, no, seriously.
No.
Like, how do you
I
how do you
just
balance
do it.
all?
It's hard. The work and life balance is definitely a struggle in my relationship and in life.
Right.
But I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Okay.
I do say yes to absolutely everything, and I need to learn to stop.
Right.
And I do say yes to too many clients.
I see that you started taking your weekends off, though.
Every Saturday. No more Saturdays.
So that's good.
But now I'm working 12-hour days.
Yeah, I
So
know.
Friday I was at work at 8:15 and I didn't get home until like 9:45.
Right.
So I need
Yeah.
to change that. So the work and life balance is the biggest struggle I have to this day.
Right.
I don't know how to fix that.
Manifest it.
Because, yes, I got to manifest it. You're right.
You gotta manifest
I'm going to.
So
control
when did you meet Sean and where did you meet him?
I met Sean at Blue.
Okay.
I was 19. And we worked together for 4 years.
What did he do there?
He was a bartender and a server.
Okay.
I was a server's assistant, a food runner, and hostess.
And you were just this hot little thing running
Yeah,
around.
we were definitely separated.
Okay.
But I feel like we work so well together. If you know how to work with someone, you know how to live with someone.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
be married to someone.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So you invited me to your beautiful wedding. When was that?
That was wait, we do. 9/4/22.
Call me.
So 9/4/22.
We got married where we met, at Blue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
He's
beautiful.
actually my biggest supporter. I would not be here without him.
I say the
I
same thing
wouldn't
about
open
Herschel.
a salon without him.
I say the same thing about
Yeah,
Herschel.
he was with me when I graduated beauty school to open in my spot.
And you have your baby Miko.
Yep, my Miko. He used to be my working buddy. He used to bring him to work every day.
So is that a dog?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
my dog.
Thank
That
God
was
I know who Victoria P is, they didn't tell. But
Miko was a big part of my career. I worked with him for 7 years. He was working with me. He was a good, for when I was young, conversation starter. Like, that's my
Yeah.
dog. Like, do you have a dog?
And so just so nice.
He's so gentle.
Very gentle.
Yeah, I felt very cool to work with my dog.
Yeah.
And I felt special that I had him. It was weird last year not working with him at all.
Yeah.
Like, I would cry a lot.
Yeah, I know. That
I
was
was like,
tough.
I miss you. And I
That
knew he
sucks.
missed me.
That's tough.
So he's retired, living his best life.
Does he spend his time with your parents?
He goes to my mom's, he goes to my dad's. The neighbors take him out.
Yeah.
He's all over.
He's living his life.
Yeah.
His best life.
Yep.
Do you ever want kids?
That is the only thing in my life I'm still uncertain. I've had a plan my entire life since I was very young.
Right.
And everything I planned has happened or I've done.
Right.
That is the only thing that's so like
Yeah, there's no take-backs.
there's no take backs. And I don't know.
That's okay. You're young.
Yeah. I wish I could like look in the future and be like, am I having kids or am I not?
I love how you say, like, with your sister, your niece, and your nephews, you're like, I'm just trying to keep them alive. Like, hurry up, you need to get them. You need to pick them up right now. It's time to pick
I
them
don't
up.
let my nephews when I watch them. I don't let
You
them
don't
eat.
let 'em eat?
I don't let them eat. I don't feed them. I try not
In
to
the
do
fear of
anything.
choking.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm very like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah.
I don't let my sister drop them off without bringing the life back, which I
Right.
told you to put on your baby registry.
Right. The life bag is
Does Sean? I'm sorry to cut you off.
the suffocation thing or the anti-choking
Yeah.
thing. It helps you
Yeah.
suck the food out.
Sorry, babe.
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
Does Sean, your husband, does
So
he want
he
kids?
always says no. We're very big, like good, solid no. But someone made a comment to my mom and was like, "Are you sure he doesn't want kids because he's so good with my nephews?" That ever since that comment has made me definitely like overthink if I want them or don't want them.
If
So
you
naturally, he's like.
Naturally,
he's
he's
like a good father.
yeah, and he's very hands-on and does everything.
he would do it.
He's
He
a
would have
baby
kids
hog
with you
with
if
my
you want. If
nephews.
you like really
Yes.
wanted to, he would. Yeah.
I think if anything, it scares us for our relationship if we have kids.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no question. Like
Yeah.
kids are,
Test. And when I went
having-
pre-marriage counseling, that's all they talk about.
Well, like you said, I mean, relationships are in themselves. It's not easy. It was never set up
Yeah.
to be easy,
Nope.
but it does. Like when you have someone you're sharing life with, they should be helping you raise yourself to your higher self. You said your husband was your greatest supporter. So in any life and any challenges that you face, even if it is having a child, like your husband, you guys would be able to gravitate higher together, even in the midst of having that child. So I understand that there might be some kind of fear, but look where you were with your husband and look at the point you're at now with your husband.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So having a baby, although it could be somewhat of a challenge, it's also a blessing. And you guys get to share that together like a little mini me. Like almost
Yeah.
like your dog, but that
Yeah.
baby's,
Yeah.
baby's not a dog, but
Yeah.
you guys created that together and you get to
Yep.
watch that together. And there's definitely going to be challenges, but the thing is that you guys did it together.
I know.
But you still
Because
have
there's
time.
days I look
You
at him
still
I'm like,
have time.
oh, like, because I love him so much that I really want to, but I'm like, okay, wait. I think the thing that stops me with having kids is the school. Because,
What do
like,
you mean?
I struggled with school so bad.
Yes, but Faith,
That
you're-
scares
you
me.
found what you're so good at, and
See, my
Like-
my
Sorry.
nephew's struggling with school, and
She
it
thinks-
makes me freak out for him.
specify what you're talking about.
School, I was told that if I wanted to be a hairstylist, I better marry rich. Because I did so bad in school.
Yeah, but
too.
they said, like, don't you have like dyslexia or something?
Yes, yeah, I have learning problems. I can't read half the time.
But yes,
and I'll
but-
tell you how it is.
But like talking to you and like people that sit in your chair, like you would never know. You would never know.
I don't
Seriously.
speak the best either.
Yeah, who cares? Seriously.
Well, thanks.
Who cares? Seriously, who cares?
Okay, so I'm hearing what you're saying, but again, look where you're at. Look where you're at now. You've been such a blessing. You're doing well financially, I'm assuming, and you're your own business owner, so you can actually use that stuff, as a message for others.
That's true.
So yes, you can. Like for all the females or guys that are
Yeah.
trying
I
to
do
learn in the
push,
industry,
yeah.
like if you can't read, if school sucks
Yeah.
for you, or relationship issues or whatever, you can still kill it because here's examples right here. So
I am proud of myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Most time, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think that's why I'm crazy at work because I feel like I always need more. Always.
But you're still able to appreciate what you have.
Oh yeah.
Like
big
you're
time.
very thankful.
Every day. I actually like.
And you believe in God.
Yes. I pray in the shower every single night.
Yeah.
I can't not. I'm always like, thank you so much. Like,
Right.
My life.
Just being like
my
very
work,
thankful. And
healthy.
grateful.
Yeah.
What's your biggest accomplishment with work?
The business.
What have you
opening
opened
the
up your
salon? Yeah.
What would you say in your personal life?
My marriage.
Yeah.
I think I'm so thankful for that and grateful for having the most healthiest marriage.
Yeah. It's not perfect, but nothing
Yeah,
is.
it's
I hope she was. If she said it was perfect, I'm like, do tell. Like, I would like to know what,
it's
because there's no such thing. But I
Yeah.
would like to know if someone has.
I
that
think because we
thing
grew
where-
up with each other, we're at the top spots in our life where we're just gonna encourage and cheer each other on, and he lets me be me and what I want to do, and I let him do what he wants to do.
I remember you always saying that. Like years ago, you would just say like, "Yeah, Sean just lets
me
me be
be me.
whoever I want to
Yep.
be, and he just loves me for
if
that."
I want to make my girly TikToks, if
Yeah.
I want to take photos, he'll be like, okay, and he'll
Yeah.
take all the angles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he lets me be me, which is very important. Mm-hmm. I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody ever needs any help with their fashion, like Faith is where it's at. Like she knows that, like honestly, like if you weren't doing hair, you would have to be like
That was my second dream job.
seriously, like just like shopping for them and like dressing them and
So fun to do.
yes.
So I'm gonna
Personal
jump in here
shopper.
again because I'm like thinking of stuff, and one of the things that I've heard about you, I seen you around at the the salon, but what moved me was how you interact with people. Like you make it a point to make everyone feel special. Like I see you in different rooms, just shining bright.
I love chatting.
And even if like I'm sorry if I messed with my mic, by the way. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. But I was working in Meredith's room one day, and you came in. You don't really know me, but you decided to come in anyway. And I'm this big dude, like I have
You're
an
not even
intimidating
that
face.
big. No, honey, you're not.
I'm this
but-
big
See,
guy.
I
like
know
said.
how important you are to her, so I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna say hi to him.
But so when someone can come out of their comfort zone
No,
and
he
still
goes to me. He's like, I was in your room and you weren't there, and the door was shut. And Faith opens up the door and she's like, "Where's my girl?" I was like, "No, that's just how Faith is. Like that's just how she
Yep.
is."
so
I'm a social butterfly.
yeah, I love it.
what I'm saying is like it's very rare to have human beings like that, and to help people come out of their comfort zone, to make them feel special, and that's a gift that you have, which would further me saying that you would be a great mother if you ever decide to have.
Thank you.
I told
Thank
you
you.
that.
She said that to me all
I
the time.
did.
And,
Thank
like,
you.
And hearing about your husband Sean, like even if there's challenges in your relationship, there's always going to be challenges. No matter how no matter what you think, baby or no baby, you're going to face challenges. You're going to you might not like your husband that day, and then you might be in love with your husband the next day. There's always going to be challenges, but it matters. It defines you, I think. Like it matters who you are in those moments and how you get through them together, which leads me back. I'm kind of throwing the baby thing out there again because
Okay, we don't need to
what I'm hearing, I'm throwing it out there too because I'm hearing you and I see what great parents that you guys would be having a baby. You know what I mean? Like I'm an advocate for it, especially when I when I hear about good human beings. I think
Like a lot of people tell us that. They're very shocked if we say like, "You're not having kids. You're really not." But
Nothing is set in
Sounds like your
stone.
husband also
Yeah.
has a love language of physical touch. Am I wrong?
yes, he's that. He's more like physical touch and doing things. I buy my love, which is a big problem.
Buy your love with acts of service,
No, like gifts.
Gifts
acts of service,
Yeah.
receiving gifts.
given. I like to. That's how I.
Do you like receiving gifts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. We love gifts.
Oh,
I
by the way, I
love
didn't get a
gifts.
chance to finish my story. So anyway, because she came into the room that one day, and I was just like in awe. Like I can appreciate that, because most females, when they if they see someone like me, they're not going to talk and
You
say
keep
hi.
saying like me, like you're this big tough macho guy.
I am this tough macho.
Okay.
Let's not.
All right.
I'm this tough macho type
Okay.
guy. But anyway, the
Those are
fact
the
that she could come into the room and say hello to me, make me feel welcome, even in my own space, like. So I was telling Meredith what a beautiful spirit that was, and I wanted to go out of my way to try to show her an act of appreciation for the
got me
human
the
that she
flowers.
is. And I got her flowers, and truth be told, she's receiving gifts, and she was moved by that, and so I felt
Yeah, that was
touched
so
way,
nice when you came in. You're like, the way you treat my wife or how you make my wife feel. And
Well,
you
just
need
because
nice
like you're so
flowers.
nice all the time, even like in the not so healthy environments that I was in before, like you're always nice. Like
I feel like
always.
everyone is my friend.
Yeah, you were always nice.
I'm on everyone's side.
Yeah, you never
always.
had like anything negative to say about people, and you. Like,
I only
just
see the
don't-
good in people too.
That's another thing I say, which leads me to bring me to like your name. Like just because you're so positive all the time, and you can seriously talk about like, you know, unfortunate, ominous things that happen in your life, and you'll laugh like that, like not like
crazy trauma,
like trauma that happened in your life, and you like laugh, and you're like, yeah, but it's okay. Like I just keep going.
Like they're dead. Or...
So what does that mean to you, though? Your name?
Actually, like I was named after Faith Hill, so.
The countryside.
Yeah, as I've grown up, I've learned to like my name, but really, I think nothing really.
What's the definition of faith?
So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
It definitely fits me.
It does, because you're so optimistic.
Going back to the manifestation, like you manifested yourself to believing that you're going to work for American Airlines, and then it came to be, right? So you were hoping for something, or something that you weren't physically in, but you saw yourself in there, and then voila.
The way you think and the way you talk is how it's going to do.
Right.
It's like, you can't be like, oh, I might buy that house. Like, no, you're going to buy that house.
Right. And it's going to work out.
Yes.
It absolutely is going to work out.
Yep. It always does.
So, okay. What are your plans for Winter's Haven?
To expand.
Okay.
Like, yesterday.
Yes.
I want a big spot. I want a spot for clients to come visit and hang, even if they don't have appointments.
Okay. So do you want to have like a little like bar?
More just a relaxing place, probably. To feel safe. If like someone needs to come and hang out for lunch, they can sit at a table for lunch or something.
Yes.
You know?
I love that.
Our people come with people. Like our clients like to bring friends.
Right.
Or they come together. So
Well,
I
with
feel
all
like
the double booking, because you, your sister, and you, Victoria, and Victoria,
it's
all
a lot.
double book, right?
Yeah, but we don't. All three of us don't work together.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you
This
ever?
week there's a few times.
Okay. I was
Because
gonna say.
my sister was going away and she
where's
decided
she
to book
going?
her clients some days that she was supposed to. So then there's not enough chairs, and I'm like, I need a big spot.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. When I think of you, you're just a very likable person.
Well, thank you.
Well, you are. You know, wherever you go, people like you for good reason. And
You're so sweet.
well, it's your personality. You know, you're very optimistic and you see the good in everybody. And yeah.
So why do you do that, though? Like,
I think just I was born that way. High school, I never had a big group of friends because I was friends with everyone. And I don't know.
how could you be in that, though? Like,
I hate
is
that
your-
feeling. I just hate the feeling of not being liked or not someone liking me.
So then you would feel that for other people. Like if you see other people getting bullied, you're like, no,
Yes.
like stop.
Oh, I was always that girl on the side crying because I witnessed something. Or
Yeah, so you're very empathetic.
a kid eating by himself, I would go eat with them.
Right.
Yeah. There's times when me and my husband would go out to dinner and like we see this like old man eating dinner by himself. I'm like, we gotta pay for him.
Right.
So I was like, why? I'm like, just do it. It's like, okay.
So I have this 14-year-old daughter who, like, she has a lot of friends, right? And we had one conversation about where, like, one of her friends were gossiping about someone that's in their circle, right? And I told her that, you know, be careful, because even though you're not gossiping about that person, the fact that you're in that situation will make it look like you're gossiping about that person, right? So my question to you is, because you had a lot of friends throughout high school, like you can be over here, be over there, run with that circle, run with this circle. How did it work out for you? Because you're always in the mix of different gossips, and
It was
so
hard.
How do you like
Be the middleman.
Yeah, how are you the middleman? Because someone could be like, oh my God, she was over there and she heard, like, I know she was saying something about me, right? How do you?
I think I switch it around to try and make each person sound better in each situation.
Yeah, you do.
I do it with like my mom and my sister, or like with all. I really try to like
make people see the best in every person.
I'm like, but
in
they
every
really didn't
situation.
mean it like that. If you
Right.
really think about it, think of their point of view and then their point of view.
Right.
It's all about communication.
Yeah, for sure.
So being the middleman is hard. But I think that's why, like, at the end of the day, I'm so glad I go home to my husband. And he's all I need. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Because today was a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like curl up in a ball with them, like when you get home? Like, is Is it one
Tell
of
me,
the
what you
Not-
really, tell me what you really do when you go
The
home.
second I go home, I immediately need to smoke. Like the second I get home, he's more like, "Oh, do you want to have a glass of wine?" I'm like, "No, I need a joint or the weed pen." And no, I don't really like to be touched or anything. I immediately go home. I shower right away.
Poor Sean.
I know. He always says that to me. I go home, greet my dog first. I immediately shower, come downstairs, and sit my little booty on the island while he's cooking me dinner. He will never
Yeah.
eat dinner without me. And we eat dinner like 9:30, 10.
Sean.
And he lets me like die down, and then he like.
I get dinner, by the way.
Have
I'm
my-
sorry. I don't make this sound bad. I get dinner. My wife cooks. She's an amazing cook, by the way. And I just
You
want
need to learn from Sean.
But I need to learn from Sean, right? But
You do.
Sean and I don't have the same life. We don't.
Yeah,
know.
you need to learn from Sean.
He does cook for
Anyway.
me.
I'll call Sean.
Thank you
Yep.
so much, Faith. Seriously,
You're welcome.
taking your
Thank you for
time.
having me.
Yes,
You're
of
so
course.
sweet.
No, I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. I love your
Faith-
podcast.
Oh, thank you so
setup.
much.
I think it's really cute and
Oh.
fun. I love that's both of you too.
Thank you.
Cool.
So, if anybody would like to get their hair done, Faith is amazing. She works at Winter's Haven at Elite Salons and Suites in Saucon Valley. The address is 3060 Center Valley Parkway, PA 18014. Thank you so much, Faith.
18032.
guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
18. Are you sure?
Yep.
18. You're right. I'm sorry. Yes. 18032. I knew that.
So thank you for coming out.
Thank you guys.
This is podcast number 3.
Yes.
Right.
You're the best one.